This is Guns, Knives, Watches, and I just want to talk to you all real quick about high-end knives. And I'm not talking to you about high-end knives to justify them, rationalize them, or bow down and praise them or anything else. Of course, we've got a few high-end and collectible knives here. One that's not very high-end. But here's what we have. Here's a Randall Model 14 C-type sheath. Of course, the sheath I've treated with Obenaufs. It is a handmade, full-tang construction, green micarta handles. Of course, finger grooves of a 14. It has the straight pommel on it and sharpened upper section of the blade in a combat style design, and as I said, stainless steel, Randall, Orlando, Florida. Well, because it's from Orlando, Florida, it comes with a high quality sheath. This is the U.S. Marine Corps type sheath with a retention system. I got flipped over to the back and pulled tight, but great knife. It's $400 before you wind up and pay for the upgrade. The only thing I got different on this one is I got green micarta handles, and then I got the stainless steel, because at the time I ordered it, this knife takes about 4 years to get. I was really into stainless steel at the time, and I'm still kind of into stainless steel. This stainless steel is 420B, or 440B, sorry, 440B, 420. It's 420, boys. Okay, it's 440B steel. It's not 440C steel. And of course, as I said, it's an extraordinary knife. $400 before you start changing it around. Handmade, as I said, Orlando, Florida, Great knife. Of course, Orlando, Florida is my adopted hometown. I have a residences there, and this, that, or the other. Has a sharpening stone, Great knife. $400 before you change it. Originally comes with black micarta. I changed it over to green. As I said, it has 440B stainless steel. Great knife. Great knife. For collectability, this, that, or the other, But for almost a $400 knife, once you pay shipping and you wait 4 years for it, you put a $50 deposit, you wait 4 years, you get your knife. 3 years, 4 years, something like that. It was so long I forgot that I had ordered it, actually, when they had contacted me. Does it have any real and practical use in today's world? No. It's a nostalgia piece. It's handmade. It is very great. If you want this nostalgia piece, it is the top of the line as far as what we used to make back in the day. There are a lot of different competitors that will sit there and do what this knife will do for much cheaper money, where you can put your money into something else, food, whatever, first aid, alternate cooking methods, alternate heating methods, whatever, containers, put it in 5-gallon buckets, whatever you want to do. There are a lot of different options, but as far as the art of knife making, this is a very, this is what it is. They have a reputation for that, and as I said, I got friends in low places. Orlando, Florida, my adopted hometown. Let's talk another knife of the same genre, the Chris Reeve Sebenza. Okay, great knife, titanium. It doesn't have an over travel as far as you flexing the titanium too much, this, that, or the other. It's a very tight knife when you first get it. You have to break the thing in. It's a very expensive knife, as I said, about the same price as this. Okay, so these two are real similar. This Chris Reeves, of course, is a right hand only knife. Has the markings for Chris Reeves on it. Is there a lot of other options out there for $400 that you can get that are equally as great? Yeah, there are a ton of them. Let's talk about Microtech for a minute. we got a Microtech Ninjak knife, or a, you know, whatever. This is a Balisong, and about $300. Titanium handles bolted together. You know, top quality as far as the Balisong world. Balisongs back when I was a kid, really good ones. Bali High Balisongs were about 60, 70 bucks, 75 bucks, maybe 90. Hell, I don't know. I never could afford one. And because basically, if you don't know my story, I was orphaned at a very young age due to circumstances. Luckily, I didn't stay that way for very long. And my brother, basically, while he was going to med school, took care of me. And I went to military school, so I never could afford a very nice Balisong. My Balisongs used to cost were very inexpensive. I think they were about $20 a piece. And back then, you know, compared to the Chinese ones made today, they were very heavy, very this, there, or the other, da 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 da. This is about as useless. You know, if the world's about to go to hell in a handbasket, or given the situation as far as what's going to have to be done in the economy down at a later date, you know, investing that much money in this, except for cool factor, because I'm going to tell you, if shit actually goes the way in which I think it is, as far as commodity prices, this, that, or the other, this is going to be like tits on a boar hog. This, even though a great knife, you know, you could have put your money somewhere that would have served you better. This, you could have done the same thing with this Randall. There are a lot of different options in the modern era that will actually compete in those knives. Here's another one I bought, and I did this for charity. An Emerson, and I'm going to try to do it right-handed, and I can't right now, wrapping around this camera. This is a mini jack. Of course, we did this as a charity auction, and this is called the Dark Moon. You know, whatever this one cost. As I said, it was for charity. Benchmade, I mean, infidel. I mean, really, seriously, where in the real world are you going to have a practical use or practical application for this knife? You know, well, I'm carrying it as a backup, this, that, or the other survival weapon, and I'm just going to start sticking people with it, and, you know, I'm going to, you know, if somebody ties me up, I'm going to be able to open one hand open. Well, it makes a hell of a noise when you do it. Okay? If you don't do it correctly, and I'm going to do it down here. If you don't do it correctly, it's not going to lock. Okay? So, anyway, that I don't think is the best use of your money. I think there's a million different things that your money needs to go on, this, that, or the other. Let's talk about that other Microtech. This is the TNP Special, the Nut and Fancy whatever. Richard did a great knife, but I'm going to tell you, this is 06 of 12, and this is number 99. You know, great little knife, but listen, folks, what the hell's this got to do with price tags or tea in China? And in the real world, what the hell is this other than a collectible? What the hell are any of these knives other than just collectibles? And if you're buying knives for this little coin, this is the Smoky Mountain Knife Works all copper coin. It's a really cool little collectible. It says case 2013, I believe. In some market, in some corner, this is worth something. To me, it's worth absolutely nothing. I'm going to keep it just because it's kind of a cool little thing. It says case on it. It says 2013, I believe. How did I get this coin? I got that coin because I bought a wedge from Gransford Burks. Made in Sweden. And just trying it out, this, there, or the other. Came with a nice little leather sheath. And just kind of always wanted one, so I bought this, got that. Did I wind up and spend my money in the correct way? Yeah. Did this motivate me? No. I didn't even know it was coming or what the hell was going on with it. What I'm saying is, in the future that we're actually going to be operating in, and the things that are the demands that are going to be placed on you as an individual, because you have to make money, you have to provide for your family, you have to have some type of retirement, you're going to have some support for your children, you're going to have kids driving, you're going to have kids doing this, that, or the other, you're going to have wants, needs, and desires. Is this a smart place to put your money? My argument is no. If I wasn't doing a YouTube channel, and trying to understand all of these different things, would I have done any of this? No. I probably would have done that because that money went to the Wounded Warrior Project. Now, what would I really carry? What do I carry? I carry just a simple, it's just a simple buck knife. This is the Vantage. This is the Vantage Paper Stone, as I put on this, that, or the other many times. It's $25. Of course, on this one, I upgraded the blade out of a Pro because the Pro was a piece of junk. It was the older Pro. What else do I carry? I carry a Victorinox Spirit. So between these two knives here, if you don't change out the blade, you've probably got $100 in both of them. You're not going to touch any of these knives on the table for less than $200, and that was just the T&P knife, and I think that, I don't know what the hell those go for now. I don't even care. The Infidel or any of this other stuff, you're not going to touch any of those for $200, or you're definitely not going to touch those $200. You're really not going to carry them for $100. So for $100, I got my multi-tool, I've got my pocket knife. You know, do these outweigh all of that? Yeah, in my world, real world application, what are you actually doing with it? What are you actually having to do with it? This is my actual, this is how I'd spend my money. I would never, ever, 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 if I didn't have the ability to write these off and do this, that, or the other, and try to learn how to experience this type of stuff, would I ever go towards any of these knives. And I've got a bunch of other knives I could have pulled up here, but I just wanted to get a sampling of some of the knives that I see people seeing. And this is not Ninjak world. This isn't the mall ninja world. This isn't the kung foolishness bullshit. This isn't the, you know, the prepper who, you know, has the most toys in the end of the day wins, or has the most unique toys, because in the end of the day, nobody's going to give a shit. The only thing that matters is whether you eat, whether you're able to sleep, the comfort of your family. Are you able to produce for your family? What are you doing? And are these tools the ones you needed to choose in order to do that? Yeah, the Randall's a great knife. Back in its day, buddy, nobody else was able to compete. Nowadays, my God, I can get knives made all over the place. Is this still something I would like to have? Yeah, it's, as I said, it's my adopted hometown. Is this something from my past? Yeah, it's something I never could have had as a child. I now get to have as an adult. This is something I never could have had when I was younger, and I can now. The Infidel is just a novelty piece, just to be able to compare it against that T&P from Microtech. And this was, I said, it went to the Wounded Warrior Project, or it went to the family of Navy SEALs. I actually forget which knife went for what, but that was what we were actually doing. Some SEALs had been killed, and we were giving Christmas donations to the SEAL team's families, and the knives went to sponsor that, and went directly to their children to give them a Christmas because they just lost their father. But anyway, that's just some of the stuff. If your knife collection looks like this, and you are trying to do this in some other way other than just try to be the, you know, I have the most toys and I win kind of shit, your priorities may be in the wrong place. You know, I'm lucky enough that I've been fortunate enough, and with the older channel I was fortunate enough that I was able to subsidize and buy things like this and have other people pay for it, the advertisers, this, that, or the other, with the new channel, I cut everything down to where it's not making any money, and I just want to keep it that way because we're trying to run lean, we're trying to run light, and we're trying to make decisions and choices, and I'm trying to put things in front of the camera that are actually will help you, and things you can do on a daily basis and actually help you move forward. It doesn't help you when I'm putting shit in front of the camera that was paid by you know, advertisement from X company or this company or that company or because that's not your real world. That's not your day. You know, I can sit there and make whatever money I wanted to through advertising, depending on what type of product I wanted to put in front of it. But that in reality is, this shit might make money on advertising, but it's not going to help you in your life. It's not going to be the most durable. It's not going to be the best usable every day. It's not going to be things you can actually, without a concealed carry license, hell, you're going to go to jail with some of this crap. So, And the other one, you know, the Randall's just not practical to carry on a daily basis. If it is in your daily life to carry that, then you're wearing a uniform, and you're doing it on a different sheath, by the way. But anyway, this is Guns, Knives, Watches, and I don't even know. I've never seen anybody carry a Randall, but I'm not going to go there. I've seen pictures back in the day, but that was back in the day, and that was a different time, a different space, and you know, that was a totally different environment, man. This is Guns, Knives, Watches, and it's my 2 cents on a lot of this stuff that people make videos on that make a lot of money in advertising, and in the reality of the real world, all it does is it ties up your assets so you're not able to make put that money into something that's going to help you down the road, an investment in this, that, something that's actually going to help you move forward. It's actually going to consume your resources and keep you where you're at, keep you stuck, and keep you from, possibly keeps you moving backwards. This is Guns, Knives, Watches, my 2 cents. I'm going to get off my soapbox now, and have a good one.